So most people know that coral reefs are a thing, but did you know that there's also such things as oyster reefs and sponge reefs? Use the sound in this video. All the proceeds go to Sudan, Palestine, and the Congo. So sponge reefs are a type of ecosystem that, much like coral reefs, the main infrastructure is made up by living animals, but in this case it is sponges as opposed to coral. And yes, sponges are alive. They are animals. Very primitive animals, but they are animals nonetheless. Sponge reefs were actually way more common way back when, in like the Mesozoic and Paleozoic eras, but now they're only found in a couple places, mainly off the Pacific coast of North America, around British Columbia and Alaska largely. They are rather rare now, but they still form a very important ecological function in the same way that coral does, that it provides home for things like other fish and crustaceans, as well as the sponges themselves are living things. It does make up a good part of that ecosystem infrastructure. Since they are so rare, conservation of these are very important since they are a rare and unique ecosystem, so there are conservation efforts being made to save and protect the existing sponge reefs, which is good. Oyster reefs are much the same. They are less rare than sponge reefs, but they do a similar thing where the main infrastructure is made up of oysters and oyster shells. They provide structure and habitat to many creatures, as well as doing other functions such as water filtering, which oysters are very, very good at, and they also help protect the shoreline and sediment from erosion and degradation. They are rather more common than sponge reefs, but they are still at risk, so conservation efforts are needed, especially since they have very important functions such as cleaning the water and protecting the shoreline from collapsing, which is not ideal. So while coral reefs are amazing and an essential part of every ecosystem, they are not the only reefs, and these other types of reefs do need attention as well as the coral reefs.